Hello, this is Group C Chopper Drones presentation. I'm Addison McIntosh.
Bailey Roden.
Tyler Tucker. So for product design, we started with the goal of high quality and high price. That was because market share was the biggest area of concern in our early years. When we saw our initial goal of market share was reached, we went to a low price, high quality stance, as that will increase our image and PQ rating. So we increased quality components like sensor, display screen, and size. And we also dropped price to market equilibrium, meaning industry average, not too high, but also not too low. And that was solely to regain customer support. Throughout the later years, starting from about year 13, we wanted to gain the best market share in all four regions. So the price was very evenly aligned with the number of quality features that we gave the product. And we also, with this, we believe we reached the best possible point in the production design market.
In terms of camera marketing, following suit with the pricing, our initial strategy, again, was high price, low cost, high quality. So we priced it below the competition, and we also upgraded the marketing and advertising. We did not upgrade our advertising and marketing expenses, therefore lowering our costs, but we also upgraded the quality of our camera to gain demand. Our mid game was high price, high quality, high cost, and we did this in the camera section by pricing above the competition, upgrading the marketing, advertising, and retailer support budgets. And then our final game strategy in the final 3 years, we had the low price, high quality business strategy. So we had the highest quality for multiple years, highest PQ rating for multiple years, and the final 3 years we upgraded our retailer support budget to help sell more cameras in all four regions.
In terms of UAV drone marketing, this was the area we started off really strong in terms of that we really invested in our drones right off the bat, and so we wanted to align our marketing the best that we could with how high quality of drones that we were having. We started off slow, however, in terms of investment and advertising ventures, but ended strong in the last 2 years. So we were just kind of trying to gather our footing in the market, and we finally put together in the last 2 years of accurately pricing and accurately investing in the advertising ventures.
So these pictures just kind of demonstrate where Chopper Drones stood in the camera segment in all four regions. We were high quality, and we also had high sales promotion advertising in all four regions. And this goes the same for UAV drones. We obviously had the highest quality in all four regions, as well as the highest search engine and retailer discounts. And this pricing demonstrates kind of the smile of our pricing for our drones and our cameras, as we will discuss further of the importance of the smile in the pricing of starting high, middle game low, and ending high. So in terms of special contracts, starting in year 9, we filed for special contracts each year, bidding between 30 and 40% in each region, which is the highest it can go. We only received special contracts in year 12 in Latin America and North America, and in year 15 in Europe, Africa, with those respective units on the slide. We did not receive more special contracts due to the retailers having their own ratio in terms of quality and pricing and discounts. However, the contracts that we did receive helped to lower costs as the retailers accepted the discounts price for the cameras during those years, and therefore helped our revenues and their revenues as well.
So with high quality, of course, we know we wanted the most productive output from our employees. So the incentive compensations were the highest in the early years. Then, of course, we noticed in the middle years, the cost of production, ERS, ROE, along with our ending cash was not where we wanted it to be. So for that, we lowered all compensation by a slight margin. Then in the later years, aligned with our goals that we mentioned, we once again increased workplace compensation back to around original numbers. And all compensation was the highest in the industry, and basically further separated us as the industry image leaders.
Corporate social responsibility was something that we really focused on from the very beginning. We held the Corporate Social Responsibility Award for 5 years in a row. Every time we sat down to do our 3-year goals, we made this one of our goals and centered our decisions around accomplishing this goal, and we were able to do that. So we started off by donating 5% of our operating profits to charities. And as our company improved and we were making more money, we increased that to 8%. We participated in green initiatives, invested $3,500 into renewable energy programs, participated and continued in improved working conditions, and as well as supplier code of conduct.
Some consequences of having this long-term commitment to high levels of CSR, we saw our productivity skyrocket, which lowered our costs as our defective rates lowered as well, and therefore increased our revenues and net profits. We also saw very high image ratings coming from CSR and workplace compensation, especially throughout the latter half of the game where we had the highest image rating in the industry. We obviously attribute this image rating to our CSR efforts, our employee compensation, and the subsequent high quality products that stem from these efforts.
So the finance and cash flows was a very gray area for us. We hardly touched on this, as when we did distribute stock and cash flows, it negatively affected our finances. There is really no need to justify negative changes that won't help any aspect of our company in the long run.
So year 10 was something that we wanted to highlight in our presentation because this is where, as I mentioned, we began to see the smile in our pricing and our retailer support marketing and advertising, as well as our costs. So our goal for year 10 was to gain demand for our cameras. So that's how we judged all of our decisions. We tried to do this by decreasing our prices, upgrading quality, and reducing costs. By offering a low price, high quality, low cost product, we hope that we could sell more to consumers.
So the short-term consequences included high production costs, which leads to employee benefit cuts, amongst other things, which we had to do in our middle years, loss of financial standpoint. So the next 2 years, we're fighting to break even rather than turning a profit. And we had also dealt a major blow to our ROE and ERS, which made us well below investor expectations, which we never really recovered from.
And in the long term, year 10, we had this idea to lower our prices to try and maximize market share. And while this strategy did prove to work in the long run, it was really hard to pull back the profits, like get back to a good place that we wanted to be in. So that was a really harsh long-term effect that we saw from this, but by the time year 14, year 15, we were able to pull ourselves out of it. But like I said, that obviously took 5 years to get out of there. So that was definitely a long-term consequence.
And these graphs just showcase where the consequence of year 10 in terms of stock price and EPS. And also year 10, this demonstrates the shift from us being the lowest brand reputation in the industry to having the highest brand reputation in the industry.
So an overall summary and the ending market standing, our company was one that valued employees and the planet from the very first year, and we continued that all the way down to the end. We had high quality products at a high price, and our strategy was not one that would have instant payoff, but we would see it later on in our later years, and we definitely did. And we ended with the highest market share, so that was a really great accomplishment.
Thank you for your time.